Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, family? I know it's been a minute. And I'm sorry, you guys. I've been, out of commission. Last week I went to Kansas City. I was with my team. Y'all know by day, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. So I had to do my LCSW stuff. Okay. So now I'm back. I'm gonna make sure I get the right little angle because that sun, y'all, was not doing what I needed it to do. But let me just say hi to everybody. Let me see who's here tonight. Let me make sure the angles is right, y'all. We want to make sure it's tight, and if it's right, let's go. It's good to see everybody. Let me see. I see. I see Pam. I see Tribal Ink. I see Lyrica. What's up, Lyrica? I see you every week, sis. What's up? I see Deb. Well, y'all know Deb is in the building every week. Oh, yes, Sam got the lipstick on, y'all. I decided I would get daring. I will get a little daring. So yes, your girl got the lipstick on. I hope you guys had an amazing break. I mean, Independence Day. I hope you guys had fun with family. I'm just happy to be here, you guys. I really missed y'all. And I love interacting with you guys, as you know. I wanted to say just a quick little thing. I posted it on our community tab, but y'all, we have reached this channel in a very short amount of time has done 60 million plus views. That is like, y'all, I've talked to many people in this space, and I couldn't have prayed for something like this. I couldn't have prayed for the growth that this channel has seen, and I have you guys to thank. So I just want to thank you guys so much for not only deciding to hit the subscribe button and support me, but I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. I really am. So guys, thank you so much for supporting me, really doing what y'all do. And I thank you for saying I look pretty tonight. 60. Hey, listen, Jason, speak it. Come on now. 60 million subscribers. I'll take it now. I'll take it. But I'm great to see everybody. So today, guys, I'm doing something a little different. I know you guys are not from some of you guys. Does some of you guys follow me on Instagram? I just want to know, do any of you guys follow me on Instagram? Because if you do, or if you did or have, you know that I used to do a show called I Was Her. Okay. And I Was Her was a show where I would answer people's questions on live. And so today I will be answering questions with you guys. Okay. There was questions submitted. I mean, when I say questions, I mean lots of questions. Okay. Probably more questions that I'm going to be able to get to in the time that we have allotted, but we're going to have a good time doing it. And guys, I love doing that. That's like my favorite thing to do. I love to answer questions. You guys know that that's what I do on every short that I do. So I'm gonna go to it. Shane, you ain't old. I don't believe that, Shane. What's up, Caroline? What's up? Okay, so guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I done got some questions that are not related to the topic at hand as well, but we're not gonna get into that. Okay, so the one question that we're gonna we're gonna end with is a very spicy one. So I want you guys. Well, yeah, Lyrica, I would definitely think that. But I wanted to leave you guys with a really interesting question, which is someone being in a 12-year relationship and is like, should I stay? Should I go? And I'm ending with that. So you guys have to wait till the end. There's gonna be some really spicy questions today. So I'm not gonna hold back. I want to make sure that as we do questions and as we answer these things, I want this show to provide as much value to you as possible, y'all. That's the goal of my platform. That's the goal of what I do. I want to provide value. I mean, I'm a social work by heart. So I want everything that I do to have meaning, and I want it to make sense, and I want it to, the only reason I grow is if I provide value to you guys. So that's first and foremost. So let me just say that to just begin, okay? So, ooh, girl, your girl looking cute. Okay. I wasn't feeling it today, but y'all, I'm feeling it now. Okay. Mm. And y'all, let me tell you, this YouTube space, let's be very clear. This YouTube space, growing on this space is not like any other space. Okay, you guys are looking for value. Y'all are not looking for, oh, pretty, because some people can say, oh, it's because of this. There's a lot of pretty people that try to start Instagram channels, don't work. Y'all are looking for someone who brings value, someone you want to listen to. That's what y'all want. Y'all are desiring a lot more than that. You're desiring content, context. You're desiring something a little bit more than the superficial. And I've seen that with what you guys have done. Again, you guys, we started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay. We don't, I mean, we talking about December 1st, y'all. If you see my numbers, it was like nothing and then up. It was like nothing, then up. And God, y'all, I gotta say this as well. I gotta say this as well before we jump into these questions, because they hot and spicy. Y'all don't want to miss it. There's a couple things I want to say. I first have to shout out to my team, y'all. I don't do this by myself. Listen, I like to talk. I have an opinion, but I can't do what I do without my team. And so I have to shout out to Deb, y'all. Deb does a lot of work behind the scenes. Deb is like helping me in all facets. So please shout out to Deb. I mean, she's really putting the work in, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without Deb. So definitely shout out to Deb. Deb has really helped me grow in this space. So shout out to you, Deb. And otherwise than that, I want to say three things. If you like what I'm putting down, if you like the content that you see on this here channel, I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Second thing is, there's going to be a pinned comment below. I want you to click it. You'll be a part of my Game Changer Nation, and you will be updated on everything Game Changer. So I don't want you guys to miss that opportunity to be a part of every single thing. I'm traveling. I'm going to be doing a lot of different exciting things, and I don't want you to miss any of it. Okay? Any of it. All right? So anyway, I said three things. Oh yeah, notification bell, because I'm going live. So anyway, here we go. All right, so y'all, I got a question. Y'all ready for the question? Let me see a yes in the chat if you ready for the first question. It's spicy. Y'all ready? I want to see. And no, I have to, Lyrica, you're right. I have to shout out the people that started with me. Shane has been on my live from the very beginning. And now he's like been an active part of my life. And I believe that when you sow into something, it really, it means a lot to me. When you guys sow into me, because it takes a lot of time and energy to do these YouTube things. It's not easy to do YouTube. It's not 1, 2, 3 easy. So, shout out to you, Shane. Thank you so much for supporting me. You supported me from day one. You've seen value in me when no one else, when I was at, 5, 6, whatever. I don't even know where I was at, but you started from the very beginning. And I want to thank you for that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You invested in this little mixed girl from Tequila, Georgia. And I appreciate that so much. So thank you. Okay. On to the first question. How to deal with my ex that has moved on so quickly, had a baby, and is now rubbing it in my face. All right, guys, here's the question. Y'all ready? How to deal with my ex that has moved on so quickly, had a baby, and is rubbing it in my face. Now, y'all, I want to see what y'all think in the comments. How do you think she should deal, or he should deal, with an ex that has moved on so quickly, had a baby, and is rubbing it in their face? Can I see some comments? What y'all think? Before I respond, let me see what y'all think. Shane saying that would hurt. It doesn't say. I'm assuming it's a female. I'm assuming it's a woman. Pamela says don't. That's fair. John says drive your own race car. Sweet Jig says I wouldn't care. Pam says I'm not gonna put no energy into it. Okay. He hasn't moved on if he's rubbing it in her face. True folks is saying I believe that too. Silent treatment, no response, block and rebuke. Come on, Rodney, with the block and rebuke. I need to make that into a t-shirt. Somebody help me do that. Block and rebuke needs to be a t-shirt. Somebody do that for me. I'm actually going to ask one of my friends to do that because I like that. Block and rebuke. As much as I wanted a wife and kids, I know I would be annoyed. Whoever's rubbing in my face needs to stay home. The person I'm receiving in needs to move to a new neighborhood. Delete her. Do not look at the baby. I think it's spiteful. Don't. He wasn't for you. Boy, bye. Give him attention or showing jealousy. He's giving him what he wants. So do that. Now, guys, here's my perspective. I think that that's all really good commentary. Y'all, we talk about attention, right? Attention is a currency. That's why it says pay attention. My pastor taught me that. Paying attention is a currency. If I give you attention, I'm paying attention. I'm paying tickets to watch what you've got going on, how you're moving on. Okay? And so a lot of people are paying their priceless attention because y'all, we don't get time back. So time is priceless. And watching people that they have nothing to do with now. And yes, if they moved on quickly, they had a baby, they moved on so fast. Look, they may be playing in the narcissist. Like, listen, we talk a lot about narcissism, y'all, and I don't think everybody's a narcissist, but that is a narcissistic move. But a lot of people get under to get over, right? That's a move that a lot of people do. So I'm not going to just say that's narcissism. That's a lot of people don't know how to process breakups by themselves. They have to have somebody else. Unhealthy, but a lot of people do it. I think that if I was in your position and if somebody was rubbing it in your face that they're moving on, if I don't have to deal with what they've got going on, I would not be following them. I wouldn't be looking at their social media. I will be telling people not to update me on their social media. I will be blocking and rebuking. Somebody said, Rodney, who knows me, he done seen what I got going on. We blocking and rebuking because I'm not going to pay attention to how you're moving on from me. And Pam said it best. Don't. Well, how to deal with it? Don't. You don't deal with it. If they're an ex for a reason. And just because you see they highlight reel don't mean they happy, to Tahisha's point. Most times, here's the thing, you guys, in my opinion, if I know too much about your relationship by looking at your social media, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe your relationship. I don't believe you. Because if everything you do is on a post, I don't believe you. I just don't. Because what are you trying to prove? If I'm really happy and I'm really content with what I got going on, I'm not going to be thinking about posting it. I'm going to be thinking about the fact that I'm happy and I'm enjoying the person that I'm with. So for them to continuously put it online and things like that, no, you would do better focusing your attention on moving forward, chasing purpose, not paying attention to things and places and spaces that do not pay you, that aren't doing anything for you, but causing you stress. You got to let it go. And a lot of us have a lot of work in the letting go department. We think because we done moved on or we dating other people, we've really let go. We haven't. And so that's not for you to be concerned about. Yes, listen, he may be posting. He may be posting trying to get your attention. He may be doing that for you. And he may not be doing that for you. We have no idea. But either way, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Because at the end of the day, he is your ex. He owes you nothing. You owe him nothing. So what I would be doing, and if I were you, I would be getting as fine as possible. If there's a body goal, I'm reaching it. If there's something in my career I want to do, I'd be doing it. If there's a book I want to write, I'd be writing it. If there's a family member I want to connect with more, I'd be doing it. If there's a place I want to travel to, I'd be traveling to it. I would be walking in purpose. I would be pursuing the things that are going to sow into me. I keep saying this to me. myself, I always want to get back into horseback riding because y'all don't know that I used to horseback ride. That's besides the point. I always thought about going back to horseback riding. I loved horseback riding. It's probably the most favorite thing I've ever done was horseback riding. But anyway, long story short, again, I would be getting myself into things that so into me focusing on my past. How can I possibly move forward? And if he's taking the time, y'all, there was a show I watched recently, y'all. I saw it online. There was a show I was watching, and this guy was sending nudes of his new girlfriend. Catch this, y'all. Catch this. News of his new girlfriend to his ex-girlfriend. Y'all heard me correctly. News of his new girlfriend to his ex-girlfriend. Here's what I'm going to say to y'all. If your ex is working that hard to get your attention, it's going to hurt him even more to ignore the attention that he's trying to get from you. If a man that happened, yeah, exactly, Pam, that happened on 90 Day Fiance. He sent news of his new girlfriend to his ex, and he's trying to justify it to her. I'm sitting here saying to myself, I already know what that is. If I'm that fixated on my ex, oh, she crazy, I don't want her, I don't like her, she this, she that, she let. Okay, so why are we still talking about her then? You should be happy that you're gone, right? You should be happy that you're gone. That's her problem now. Okay, that's her battle. That's her cross to bear. You got away. So you focus on what you do to better yourself. The best revenge is your paper. And I know Beyonce said that, but it's the truth. Moving forward, focusing on you, focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, not paying attention, not paying tickets to watch a show. Get off their social media. Tell your friends to stop updating you. You don't need to know what they got going on, where they got it going on. Let it go. Say, I don't want him. I'm trying to move on from him, and really take really diligent efforts in moving on. Johnny said it best. No response is the best response ever. That's right. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. Okay. Oh, that's a good one, y'all. Y'all ready for this one? I need to see a one in the chat if you guys are ready for this one. I need to see one in the chat if you guys are ready for this one. I'm sure I could take a swig of water, y'all, because this one's good. You can't wait to hear what I'm going to say to this one. I love doing this, y'all. I could do this all night. Okay. I'm ready for y'all. Okay. Do I think, Sam, do you think that men who value body count are misogynistic? Do I think, Sam, or do y'all think that men who value body count are misogynistic? Oh, your girl can't wait to answer this one. What do y'all think of the chat? I just want to see where everybody's saying. What y'all think? Sam about to give y'all a lesson today, boy. I tell you what, it's going to be a good lesson too. What y'all think? Short answer, no. No. Okay, no. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Droddy says yes. Yes. Okay, I'm not on real time. No. Short answer, no. Yes. No. Might be a little insecure. I'm going back to work on the race car. Okay. Turn the question on women. Okay, well, do you women value body count? Well, then how does that make a guy misogynistic? Okay, Jason's basically saying no, it doesn't make him misogynistic. Okay, might be a little insecure. Okay. So y'all, this is what I don't like. I can see how it can be. I appreciate the fair answers. We got some fair answers tonight. Thank you guys for being fair in your responses. It's misogynistic is this: strongly prejudiced against women. Okay? Strongly prejudiced against women. I'm going to find more. Showing or characterized by hatred or prejudice against women. Relating to, okay. So they gave an example, as you might imagine, the group ethos are extremely misogynistic, accepting violent threats against women. Okay, very extreme hatred against women, prejudice. We'll even define that, y'all, because we gonna get into it today. Yep, we gonna bring a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience, harm or injury that results or may result from some action or judgment. Mhm. Here's my opinion, you guys. I think we throw around misogynist way too frequently. I think we throw it around. If I said I didn't want a guy that's out here in the streets, does that make me hate men? No, I prefer men that are not in the streets. I prefer men that aren't players. I prefer men that, let's say I prefer men that are taller. Let's say I prefer men that, I don't know, can have in-depth conversations, like talking about psychology and philosophy and things of that nature. Does that make me hate men? No. Because men value certain things does not make them misogynistic. Now, how they go about it is different. Now, if I'm out here outwardly casting down and hating women and doing hateful things towards women that are not valuing their body count, that is misogynistic in my opinion. But I think that when you're just saying I would rather date a woman who doesn't have a higher body count, how is that misogynistic in my opinion? That's not misogynistic in my opinion. That's not characterized by a hatred of women. That's saying I have a preference and I'm walking in that preference. I prefer a woman who doesn't have a lot of experience with men. I prefer a woman who has practiced sexual restraint in her adult years. That doesn't make you misogynistic. That makes you somebody that has a standard for the women that you date. Now, I may not agree with that standard, and you may not agree with that standard. But the issue that I have in today's society is that we can make people, because we're not that person. So, okay, for example, you guys, let's just talk about. It's story time. I'll tell you a story, just a story. I was on a Zoom one time, y'all. I was on this group me. I like having conversations. Went on this conversational Zoom. And we talking, and it goes into a conversation about, men. I said, how do women actually know what their value is? You saying women don't know, they're not accurately assessing their market-based value. How would they know? And we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And so a guy says to me, honestly, Sam, because you have kids, I would normally put you, and y'all, this was so specific. I would normally put you at a 9.7, but because you have kids, I have to put you down 2 notches. So you'd be a 7.7 because of that. Now, I could be mad about the fact that he valued me having a child and thinking that, okay, she's a divorcee, she has a child, I'm not as attracted to that situation, so I'm going to put her down 2 notches because of that. And that's fine. That's fine. You ain't for me. I ain't for you. But luckily, not everybody shares that opinion. And so at the end of the day, I think we get angry. Like if I was told that, maybe let's say I have what's wrong with single mothers? What's wrong with a woman that's been divorced? You don't know what I've been through. You misogynistic. You hate women, blah, blah, blah. No, I have a preference. And how you go about it could be right, wrong, or indifferent. But you're entitled to your preferences. Y'all following me? So I think that we have to stop. We throw around certain terms like narcissist and misogynist and misogynistic and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, Okay, we can't, that would be irresponsible for me to throw that term haphazardly around, when the reality of it is, when a man expresses him having a preference, in my opinion, he's entitled to that. He don't have to like it. There's going to be men that don't mind it. But what we do is we get into an argument with people about what they prefer and get mad at them because I'm not what they want. When in all actuality, a lot of the people that are arguing about someone's preference, you don't even want that guy. You're not even really into the guy. You just want that attention. You just want that affirmation to say, hey, he want me too. I've gotten to a place in my life, I don't need it. I don't need another man liking me. It's cool. You ain't gotta like me. There's men that do. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that anymore. But there was a time in my life where I did need that. So I think instead of going back and forth about why you like, because I'm not what you want, I'm gonna demonize your preferences. That's wrong. I don't like that. Now, y'all, for questions that are going to be asked on the live, that you want me to answer on the live on the I Was Her, all the questions have been submitted. But if you guys want something, super chat something in, and I will answer. I will be more than happy to answer those questions. I'm going to try to focus on. We have a lot of questions, so I'm going to try to focus on the questions I have. But super chat, and I will definitely read that question out loud and answer for you here on the live. So, all right, guys, here's another question. Why women don't show their interest in a man, but they are interested in that man? Why do women not show interest in a man, but they are interested in that man? Great question. Great question. What y'all think? Why do you think that why do you think, family, women don't approach men that they are interested in? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Ooh. Ooh, y'all, I'm hot. I might have to turn the fan on while we standing here. Okay. Slim D Zol says fear of rejection. I hear that. Women want to be pursued. Okay, Shane. Trust. They want to see if she'll be chased. She wants to be desired, not desperate. Okay. Jason said I'm always hot. I don't know. I might listen. I'm hot natured, y'all. That's what it is. I'm hot natured. It is what it is. They don't want to seem thirsty. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Travel said this is what I came for. That's a good point, Shane Ponsley. Surviving such environments. Hello, Samantha Lee, women ahead. What's up, Zach? How you doing? It's moral values. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna tell you. I'm about to give you the game. Money, feelings, getting hurt, committing issues, games being played these days. I don't want to be judged. I'm gonna go with what y'all. I'm just gonna speak from my personal. This is from Sam. Sam speaking to you guys. I don't approach men. That's not my style. I'm gonna tell you why I don't approach men. Okay, I'm not gonna approach a man I'm interested in. It's just not what I'm gonna do. I that's just not how I move. And I'll tell you why. So when I was raised, my stepdad, my father and my stepdad taught me that men pursue. That's what I was taught. Okay. And so any woman that pursued, I always looked at that or looked at it from the lens of, oh, she desperate. You know what I'm saying? You always looked at it like that. Now that we've gotten older, and I've gotten older. I see that we live in a different world. And I'll be honest with you, y'all. Your girl, women can't handle rejection like men. Let me just say it. Let me just go ahead and just say, we women do not handle rejection well. We don't. We don't. We don't want to say we're interested and a man says he's not. We can't, our egos can't handle it. Why is that, Sam? Why is it that women's, because we are valued on our appearance, right? That's what we know, that women, we know that men ultimately, when they look at us, that is our first assessment of value. When they see us, they're like, oh, okay, I already have a number in mind. Now, men can talk about all the other things that come with it. Do you have a child? Have you been married? How old are you? But ultimately, if you were bad enough, good looking enough, they will overcome that. Okay. So women putting themselves out there to be rejected, it's a little scary. That's just what it is. Women don't want to be rejected. That's number one. Fear of rejection. I definitely think it is number one. I think number two, they may have been taught things like I've been taught, which is like men, should pursue. Men should, they should come after me. They should, ask me for my number, ask me on a date, ask me to do, like, that is how, even with text messaging, y'all, it's like, until we have an established thing, I ain't finna text you. Until we got an established rhythm, a rigmarole, your girl saying new words today. A rigmarole. Your girl ain't finna text either. Unless unless I knew something was going on in your life and I was like, okay, let me text him, let me make sure he's all right. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna text, and it's because I think I was taught one way, and then as I've gotten older, the reality is, because I'm kind of old-fashioned in that way, I think women don't want to pursue. They don't want to put themselves out there, and a man says no. Like that's hard for a woman. I think men can kind of overcome that easier. I think men nowadays, I think that men are a little bit more like, I don't want to be rejected. So we're both in the position of, we don't want to be rejected. We don't want to put ourselves out there. We don't want to be outed. It's like equal fear of being rejected, ostracized. There's just a lot that comes with it, right? So we're both in that same position. But I know that for me specifically, I would be more likely to passively put myself out there. I'm more likely to like a couple photos. I'm likely to maybe comment. I'm likely to put myself out there a little bit. But I'm not about to really I'm not gonna come after you. I'm just not. It's just not gonna happen. I ain't gonna pursue you. I don't care who you are. I ain't gonna pursue you. Just not gonna happen. Y'all be surprised. And the thing is, y'all, here's the thing for the women on here. Men today want to be pursued, just like not pursued. Men need to know you're interested, like direct. Like I'm learning that as I'm going along. It's like men want to direct, like, I'm interested in you. What's up? I'm noticing that for the women out here that are wondering, men want to know that you're interested before they make a move. That's what I've learned. They want to know. So I would say that, y'all. We men want to be indicated, want to know that you're interested for real. They don't want the passes. And women want to be pursued. I think most women want to be pursued, and they don't want to be rejected, which is why She may not say she's interested. She may give you like little things, little hints. But I think that, the reality is if you're interested in her, go after it. Go after it. Why not? Go after it. If you are interested in somebody and you feel like it's something that you are worth, is worth it, then go after it. I would also say, y'all, do you think women should pursue? Now, the men on the Zoom, I want to know, do y'all think that women should pursue? Is that something that should happen in today's world? Should we have more pursuing role? Is that what y'all want from us women? I want to hear that. Let's see in the chat. What do y'all think? I want to know. Do you think we should pursue? Do you think we should pursue? What do you guys really want from women? Do you want them to give you like hints? Like, because y'all know that I'll take something from this live and I'll do a video on it and I'll post it on my social media pages. Nah. Somebody said I want to marry someone like stop being lazy. King, you asking for women to pursue you? What about you? You not gonna pursue? I think you're right. I think just make it more obvious. So do you think in today's world, men are looking for more obvious like cues from women that they're interested? Is that what's happening now? Excuse me. Men need more like, we want you. We need you. We gotta have you. Is that what y'all looking for? Y'all looking for less? We love you. What do you need? I just want to know what y'all want. Marriage is no fairy tale. You ain't lying there. Yes, Sam, but for no pursuing, that's what the modern women do often. Hey, y'all, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that modern women are pursuing more. Yeah, so I hear that. So women, what I'm getting from this is most men just want more like direct. I want you. I like you. What's up? What you got going on? You cute, you attractive. Letting them know you are attracted to them. Maybe that's a little bit more like, just saying you attracted. Caroline says, I'd say I really can't pursue a man. I really can't pursue a man. I feel like because I'm Gen X, I feel weird doing that. Girl, I feel the same way. But here's what I'll say to you. I think by saying you're attracted to somebody is kind of like a lesser way of just saying I'm interested. I think that that's a better way of getting ultimately what you want. So I think that you should just kind of do that. Okay. All right, you guys, I don't want to, we got a lot of questions and I just answered like 3. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, this is a good one, y'all. I would need more information. But this person says, with God honoring marriage and growing up in church, how do you end a marriage? With God honoring marriage and growing up in a church, how do you end a marriage? Yeah, y'all, we went there. It went a little deep. How do you end a marriage? Here's what go ahead, y'all. I want to know what y'all think. If you have any thoughts for this in the chat, With being this woman has been raised, she was raised in the church, and she honors God, but she's faced with how does she end a marriage with that? You know, how does she handle that? Okay, so some people are saying uh deep, good deep. You and her father or father figure agree it don't work. You don't, but you can separate. Women are usually intentional with their hints of interest. Yeah, okay. You end it. Not Charles. That's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. We're not that intentional. Um, Bible says if ending didn't happen due to adultery, then marriage didn't end. We need to get a reference on that one, but have no idea what happened. Born again Christian. Pray over the marriage and peace. Up to her. Don't get me wrong. I love Jesus. It didn't say what the reason was for ending it, so I didn't get that context. I just got that. I think that's a really, Floyd says, for real, it's a good question. I'm having a hard time with this right now, but we've been separated for 2 years. This is what I would say to you guys. I think being as a woman in the church, and I'm a divorcee. I definitely have empathy for the situation because it's not an easy one to walk through, especially if you have certain convictions, and I get that. I totally get that. I think it comes down to what are the issues that you are leaving for, which we did not get. We did not get clarity in the question. What were the reasons? Because I think that sometimes we may be leaving for very superficial reasons, and we haven't really put a full effort into trying to make it work. So I'll say that first. I think that because we don't have context, um, I think that it makes it challenging. Now, I do think that if there's a cheating going on, which cheating can be overcome, right? I think that I've known couples that are able to overcome cheating, overcome addiction, overcome a lot of different issues. I've seen that happen and occur in marriages. Both parties had to put the work in. Both parties submitted and surrendered to the process. Both parties made it through. Okay, so I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And so, because of the fact that you're dealing with this, and I don't really, like I said, I don't really know what the context is. But if it's abuse, I think that there's no excuse for abuse. There's no excuse for abuse. I that's what I stand on. If someone like people, you can write me whatever. I don't think I would never advocate for a person or a woman to stay, or a man. Okay, because let's be real, y'all. Women are just as violent these days as men. I done seen some videos, y'all have too, where women are being just as violent, and we not talking about that. I think domestic violence, whether it's a man or a woman, is an inexcusable offense. I believe that. That's just me. So, in my opinion, abuse and adultery, no, no. Abuse or adultery is a no for me. When we get into other things that are more, and when I say abuse, I'm not just talking about physical, y'all. Because we can talk about physical, but there's physical, emotional, there's psychological, there's financial, there's sexual, there's a lot of different forms of abuse. So we're talking about all forms of abuse, which abuse is centered on control, which is centered on control. It is, I am trying to control you in certain ways, whether I use finances, whether I use my physical prowess, whether I use, certain things, other aspects. I'm not going to get into other things because I don't want to trigger anybody. But at the end of the day, abuse is inexcusable and adultery is inexcusable. That's my opinion. That's what it is for me. My issue would be, or when it gets into the semantics, is, oh, I'm tired of his personality. He don't get me. I don't think he understand me. He doing this, that, and the third. I don't feel seen. He not giving me attention. Those kind of things that are not what I would call deal breakers, but what I would call, things that you can get old. It can get old over time. That's where I would get into fighting as hard as you can for as long as you can. I mean, exhaust every single effort. I mean, turn over every single stone. I mean, talk to 3 different therapists if you have to. That's what I'm saying. Do everything you can conceivably do. Put all the ego and the pride to the side. I am saying fight like you ain't ever fought before. I don't think a lot of people are fighting for marriages like they were in the past. I'm saying go in. Divorce is an ugly process. You don't want to get into that. So what I am saying to a lot of you people on here is that fight. Put the ego to the side. Stop. A lot of people, we run by ego. And ego gonna have you messed up. Like I've had to learn, Deb knows, I've had to learn how to really apologize and take accountability for my actions. I had to say, you know what? I was completely wrong in that. I've messed up. I shouldn't have done that. I think a lot of us have an issue with saying, hey, listen, I'm wrong. My bad. I'm sorry. Let me work on getting better. We live in a society that's so hypersensitive. We can't say nothing to nobody. We say to somebody, hey, you know what? That really hurt me. What you said hurt me. It becomes about everything you've ever done, everything you've ever said, every way it's like we can't even talk about the issue at hand because you doing what they call the kitchen sink. You throwing every dish out of the kitchen sink. We can't even get into the meat of the message because you so busy focusing on every little thing I've done. And guess what that's called? Gaslighting. When y'all, and we gonna talk about what gaslighting is, because people be saying people gaslighting, they don't know what gaslighting is. Let me define it for you. People be saying you gaslighting, they don't know what that means. And I would even say, I got a Cash App notification, but interesting. I don't know. I got a Cash App notification. It might be my phone, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Might be my phone that just, I don't know. Okay, anyway. I thought I saw a Cash App notification. Apologize if I'm wrong, but maybe not. I don't know what that was. Oh, Caroline. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Caroline, for sending Cash Apps, y'all. The super chat's been low, y'all. Super chats and Cash Apps been low, but thank you, Caroline, for your support and your love. I appreciate it. I hope it's a good show, y'all. Let me know. Let's check in without me going into another tangent. I just want to know, how are you guys? Y'all enjoying the show so far? How you like this? I was her. This I was her method. Y'all liking it? If you like it, I just want to know in the chat. Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you love it? I just want to know. Thank you, Caroline, again. Thank you so much. But again, I just want to know, are y'all enjoying the show so far? Let me hit the like button if you liking the show so far. I want to make sure that we doing it. Thank you, Shane. Hey, congratulations on 60 million. Yeah. Ooh. What? Yep. Hey. Ooh. I'm gonna do a dance for 60 million. I'm gonna do a dance for 60 million. Hey. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate it. Okay. So, guys, back to the meat of the message. I love this. Okay. Back in the day, it was okay. I was her. Okay, so y'all like it. Good, 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 good. Okay, good. Gaslighting, because people are not saying it right. We saying we want to win an argument, so we say, "Oh, you gaslighting." You have no idea what gaslighting is. Some people that are accusing you of gaslighting right now, y'all can't spell gaslight. Y'all heard what I said, I meant every word. Talking about you gaslight, you spell it. Girl. Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. So we're gonna define gaslighting. We're gonna go down to it. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse in which a person or a group causes someone to question their own sanity, memories, or perception of reality. People who experience gaslighting may feel confused, anxious, as though they cannot trust themselves. What is an example of gaslighting? One main way people gaslight is by shifting blame to another person in order to avoid accountability. I'm gonna say that again. Is by shifting blame to another person to avoid accountability, which is also known as deflection. For example, Spinelli says a gaslighting parent might blame their child for their own mistakes. An abusive partner could somehow blame the victim for the abuse. Oh, thank you, Peter Cass. Come on, sweet jig with the. Come on, y'all. Y'all got me sweating. Y'all, thank you, Peter. We gonna do a dance for Peter. We gonna do a dance for Peter. Y'all gonna get a dance every time somebody cash us. We gonna do a jig for sweet jig. We gonna do a sweet jig. We gonna sweet jig. We gonna sweet jig. We gonna sweet jig. Okay. Okay, guys. So back to what I was saying. Gaslighting is when, and I'm going to give you a prime example, you guys. Let's say I come at Deb. I say, Deb, let's say tonight's show, something happens with the microphone, right? And Deb's like, Sam, I told you to plug the microphone into the computer. I told you to do that last week. And I'm going to say to her, nah, it's because you did. See, it's actually because of you. Somehow I shift the blame. So it's not about what I did. So it's not about me not plugging it into the computer. It's about the fact that Deb didn't log in on time, or Deb didn't do the right steps. You said you was going to do this, Deb, and you didn't. I now make it about what Deb did versus what Deb is holding me accountable for. Why is that? Because I don't want to take accountability. So you'll find that people, hold on, I got another chat. We got another chat. I'm gonna do a dance for Lyrica. 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 Okay. I appreciate your work. You bring a lot of value. I know it takes much work. We appreciate you, sis. Thank you, girl. Thank you, boo. I appreciate that. Thank you. So anyway, long story short. So again, you guys, you'll find that people say to you, Okay, hooray. Because we're talking about gaslighting, I'm gonna answer this. My coworker saw me for the first time today and pretended to be on the phone while he was just seeing if I was in. Is this a form of gaslighting to make me think he wasn't watching? No, that's not a form of gaslighting. Mm-mm. It would be gaslighting would be I'm going to give you another example. Let's say you catch your partner cheating. Let's make it real. Let's make it plain. You catch your partner cheating, right? And you say, I went through your phone, I saw you texting another girl, or I saw you texting another dude, whichever side we doing. And your partner says, how could you do that? How could you just invade my privacy like this? Like, I feel so violated. Like, I can't even trust you around my phone. That's gaslighting. Because now I've made it about you looking in my phone and made a huge reaction to me finding out that you cheated by you making it about me checking your phone. That's gaslight. Okay? That's gaslight. Exactly. You make people doubt their perception as well. So, Shane, there's another thing. It is basically trying to rewrite the circumstance. So, let's say somebody does something inexcusable to you. Something inexcusable to you. Let's say somebody put their hands on you. And a lot of, I know a lot of people, and this might, and I apologize for anybody that's experienced this, but you might have had a parent that gaslit. Maybe you got punished for something you didn't do. And your parents said, well, you shouldn't have been there anyway. Instead of just owning up to the fact that you punished me and you shouldn't have punished me, or you took this out on me and this ain't got nothing to do with me, you basically made me feel like I was somehow at fault anyway. That's gaslighting. It's changing your perception and making you question yourself so that you start to doubt yourself and doubt your thoughts and doubt your what's coming to you. Instead of that person just saying, you know what, I was wrong, my bad, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm a sucker for a true, genuine apology. If someone was to come to me and say, you know what, my bad, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. There's very few things I would not forgive somebody for. You come at me with a genuine, real apology. There's a book an old friend of mine told me about called a love apology, love language of apologies. And for me, an apology, a man, because y'all know I deal with men. If a man was to say, I'm sorry, my bad, listen, I'm good on battery. I'm good on battery, Deb. Look at y'all. Shout out to Deb. Shout out to Deb. I went in like, babe, I'm sorry, my bad. I shouldn't have done that. I was in the wrong. I'm complete. Y'all, I don't even know what I wouldn't forgive in that situation. I've forgiven a lot for a genuine apology. I really have. I've forgiven cheating. I've forgiven a lot of things for a genuine apology. And so again, I think a lot of times in today's world, we don't have enough of that. No one wants to take accountability for their actions. It's always somebody else's fault. All right, you guys. So anyway, gaslighting, my bad. I got lost on a tangent. My bad. Okay, so mm, mm, I don't know this one. I don't know if I can answer this one, y'all. A man asked me this, y'all, and this is what I'm gonna say. The question is this: How can a wife become more submissive to her husband? Philip, thank you, Philip. I got your Cash App. He says, stay funny, stay fly, stay funny. Thank you. How can a wife become more submissive to her husband? That's the question, y'all. How can a wife become more submissive to her husband? What do y'all think, you guys? What do y'all think? Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak, 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 speak. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Spicy. What y'all think? I can't even find that question. Y'all might not like what I'm going to say about this now. Mhm. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say, you guys. Here's what I'm going to say. Pray for him to continue to be more submissive to God so it'll be easy to submit to him. Thank you, Charles. Yeah, girl. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I would say about submissive, guys. This is me being honest with you guys. I'm somebody that doesn't like to make decisions. I'm an indecisive person. Anybody that knows me knows that um I'm indecisive. Okay. I like having a partner in my life because it helps me make decisions, right? I like having that sounding board. I've always been that way. My whole life. I've always been that way. What I look for to be submissive to someone is to trust or to see how they lead their lives. So if they lead their lives well, in my opinion, I feel like okay, I can trust them. I can I can trust I can trust them. Does that make sense? So if I am watching the nature of the relationship and I'm saying to myself, okay, this man is leading his life well. This man is saying the right things. He's saying what he's doing, what he says he's going to do. I can trust that he's going to make good decisions with finances because he does good things with his own finances. I see that he's going to make good leadership decisions for our family because he makes good decisions for himself. I am watching and seeing how you conduct yourself in your life. And I'll be honest with you. When I've talked to men in the dating process, my thought process is when I see certain red flags, I can't even do it. I'm not gonna lie. There's certain things that if this is what you do on a daily to cope with life or to get through things, I'm not even gonna waste your time and mine. I don't care who you are. I don't care what platform you got. If this is how you lead your life, I can't trust you to lead mine well. You might be a millionaire, but if you're not leading your life well in the way that because you can be very rich and be spiritually poor. Okay. You can have a whole lot and be absolutely miserable. Okay. And so if you don't have the right set of tools, if I don't see that you are conducting yourself or moving about life in a way that I admire or that I respect, then in my mind, I'm like, how is he going to lead me? He can't lead me. So to me, it would be like me modeling. But my first answer would be you modeling that I can trust you, that you are safe to be submitted to. I want to submit. And in relationships, I'm naturally submissive. Do I got an opinion? Yeah. But I don't like making decisions. So, in my perspective is if you're showing me that you're someone that is safe to be able to submit to, I'm going to choose you as my partner and we can move forward. If I don't feel that way, I'm not. And a lot of people assume that, because somebody got a lot of followers, a lot of money, a lot of things that they lead their life well. No, they don't. They don't. Do you have peace? Am I inspired by you? Am I inspired by the things that you do and how you move? And so to me, that's my thought process when I think about that. So when you're saying, how do I get my wife to be more submissive? Number one, give her something good to submit to. Show her that she can trust your leadership, that when you make a decision, you make good decisions. And if she's not, or she hasn't come to that on her own, then there may be a part of her that still doesn't 100% trust you in the decision-making process. And that could be because of her experiences. That could be because of other past hurt. She's afraid to trust you in that way. Or it could be that you haven't made good decisions. And she's like, I'm not sure if I could trust you because I don't let you have this money before. I don't let you have this freedom before. I don't let you have these things. And I've grown to regret it. So to me, submission is not a bad thing now. I don't think submission is a bad thing. I think it's a beautiful thing when it's done correctly. I think it's beautiful. I want to submit to a man. I want to find a man that's worth submitting to. I want that type of relationship. When I get into a relationship, I'm submissive in the dating process because I like that. I like the dynamic of a man being a man and me being a woman. I love that. I think it's very, very attractive, appealing, sexy, all those things. I love that. I want that. But I'm not just going to give my time or my relationship status to just anybody. I've got to say to myself, okay, is this person someone after time, y'all? Because some of us settle to, get into relationships very quickly. Y'all move very fast. So you need to see them through some seasons and see how they react to certain things. Because they may be great in one season, but they may not be so great in another season. So it's very, very important to see them in multiple seasons, men and women. You should see somebody when they're stressed out. You should see somebody when they're happy. You should see them when they're up. You should see them when they're down. You got to pay attention to how people act when they're stressed. Who do they become when opposition comes into their life, when storms come into their life? But anyway, so that's what would be my thing. Are you somebody that she feels like she can trust your leadership, modeling, and she'll follow your lead? A woman who wants to be submissive, if you're a dominant partner and you are like, I think women naturally want to submit. So I think that most women, let me not say most women. I think women that I know want to submit. So they're naturally submit to a man who is a dominant. I mean, they just will. It'd be like, okay, he know what's going on. Let me just follow him. I'm gonna just follow him. I'm gonna just walk where he walking. I'm gonna just go where he going. Okay, the right guy anyway. But yeah, so that's what I think. And besides modeling, I think that you also y'all. I think we get into relationships. And men, this is for you men and women, really, anybody. Don't you teach people how to treat you. If you want a submissive woman, date submissive women. Don't marry a woman who isn't submissive and magically think she's going to turn submissive. If you see the red flags in the dating relationships, that she is not someone who's going to submit, she wants to be submitted to, then that's not the person you marry and think she's going to change. She can be bad all day long. She can be better than whatever. I don't know, better than iced tea. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. She could be the baddest thing walking. But if a woman does not have certain character qualities that you need in a wife, don't marry her. Don't marry her. I don't care what she look like. If she doesn't have certain, y'all should be discerning in the dating process. Is this a good mother? If she already has children, is she a good mother to the child she does have? Because y'all, even though people can say they want to date women with children, I get that. That is a true, tried and true test to see how good of a mother she will be in the future. Because after that, you guessing. Is she going to be motherly, nurturing? Is she going to be any of those things? Is she going to submit? Does she listen to reason? Does she handle her money well? Does she handle herself well? Does she present herself well? Does she do certain things that I like her to do? Does she have discipline? Does she value the things that I value? You should be looking at character and what she look like. It should be both. It should be combo. And if you were to ask me, which one matters more? I would tell my brother and I would tell my son, character matters more than any. I don't care what a woman, she could be, I don't care what she looked like. I rather a woman be somebody that has a character, a woman with integrity, morality. She could be a 4, but if she got a good heart and she got integrity and she's going to do right by you and do right by your family, that's the woman you marry. Some of y'all marrying women that you knew in the dating process would not be someone who would be a good wife. You married a name. You married a face. You married a body. You married a good time. But you did not take into account, how would this woman be as a wife? How does she handle conflict? Does she represent me well? If I go to church, can she walk in there with me? If I go to a party with my homeboys, is she gonna represent me well? Am I proud to be with me? There was a man that I knew. He told me, I want to be able to walk into every room with the woman that I'm with. I want to be able to walk. A successful man that I know was like, I want to be able to know that if I walk into every room, she can walk in there with me and I ain't got to worry about her. That's heavy. That's heavy. I'm saying, when you say, when that's what we need to be looking for. And some of y'all women out here really paying attention and only focusing on our physical appearance. And you know what? There's men that's all they want, somebody bad, and that's cool. But eventually you will get old, because that's your only trick in the bag. And that breeds about a lot of insecurity. That breeds a lot of insecurity. Why? Because you can always be replaced. There will always be somebody better. Always. There's always going to be somebody bad. There's always going to be somebody attractive. Now you can do your due diligence to do whatever you got to do. But if my security is only in my physical appearance, that is a empty shell, baby. Empty. All right, y'all. Y'all know Sam going. I think we got enough battery for another 2 questions. I'm gonna keep it going. Y'all, and some of y'all questions, Y'all, please send me good, like real questions. Not a lot of y'all use this opportunity to say, "Why am I single? Can I marry you? What's your ring size?" Let's let's talk about you. I want to talk about you. Mm. Okay, y'all. Here's a question. Here's a question. Girl I just met asked me to be her friend because I'm nice. A girl I just met asked me to be her friend because I'm nice. Does that mean she's not interested in me? I'm gonna repeat the question again, you guys. Tell me what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think. Go ahead on the chat. Go ahead in the chat. A girl I just met asked me to be her friend because I'm nice. Does that mean she's not interested in me? I want to see some women answer. I want to see some women answer. Somebody said toxic friend zone. I've encountered 9 with attitude I owe or something, funky personality. Keep her at arm's length. No boing boing at all. Oh, Jesus. Um Somebody said, yes, she's looking to use you for something. Always pick the wrong guys. I want God to guide me for once this time. I want to do this right. Katie, just sometimes, and this is not even against you. This is me just saying in general. And then we're going to get back to this question. I just feel like I need to answer you. Sometimes we spend a lot of time looking for the right person, and we've got to spend more time becoming the right person. So I used to attract a certain kind of man, a toxic personality. And I had to say to myself, what about me resonates with that toxic? Because we can say, oh, he toxic, oh, she toxic, oh, that toxic, or they toxic. We can go on and on about who's toxic and who's not. But if I keep choosing a certain type of person, I have to then say to myself, what about me resonates with that? What about me do I need to change? What inner work do I need to do to stop attracting that type of spirit? Because I think a lot of times we make it about, oh, I just choose the wrong guys. Okay, yes, you choose the wrong guys, but why are you attracted to those guys? What about you is resonating with that? And that's where I had to do my work. That's where I had to figure out who I hadn't forgiven. I had to dig up the childhood trauma. I had to dig out and really figure out what was it about me that was toxic, that liked toxic. Okay. And a lot of times, I posted something recently today where we pursue pleasure, dopamine hits, and there's nothing that has more dopamine hits, which is our brain going up, like, whoo, whoo, roller coaster, whoo, roller coaster. That up and down is a toxic relationship. And a lot of times, we're not attracted to certain types of peaceful relationships because we like the ups and downs. It's dopamine. And guess what, y'all? Dopamine is the same thing with drugs. That's why people get addicted to drugs, sex, porn, corn. That's why people that's why we get addicted to these things as dopamine. And so when you are looking for certain types of relationships, you might find yourself still dealing with the same type of people because you're seeking, it's a dopamine thing. It comes to a neurological brain activity, brain functioning level. And so you then have to say to yourself and do some really some work in understanding, okay, that dopamine, it's cool and everything, but it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm gonna need to do some work so I don't get that again. I don't want that. I want something consistent. I want something stable. I want something I could dig my feet and stick my teeth into. I want that. All right, you guys. So anyway, back to the last question. I hope that was helpful to you, Katie. Um, that's a friend zone. That's definitely a friend zone. You've been friend zone. When a woman says that she just want to be your friend and I want to be your friend, or like coming at her in a I'm interested way, and she's saying let's be friends. Yeah, that means that she's not interested. She's letting you down easy. If you coming in with that and she coming at you with that, then that's what that sounds like to me. Hmm. Yeah, that's decoding women. Um, that means next opportunity, moving forward. And Patrick, here's the thing: having you in the back pocket is not necessarily a good thing. And I'm gonna give you a story, guys. When I was in college, there was a guy that was a friend of mine. I was not interested in this friend of mine. He was interested in me. I was very young. I was like 18 years old. Just came out of high school, went to college. This guy, and I never wanted more from him. But and I think I made that clear. But I wanted him as a friend. And the reality was, I mean, he was because of the friendship he provided, and the things that he would do for me and things like that, I didn't want that friendship aspect to stop. I benefited from having him as a friend, but he wanted more. And it got to came to a head at some point. And you know and that's a whole other story. Because it was like went to Miami, y'all, and it went left. I mean, it just went left. It was really bad. It was really bad. And I realized that, when you're dealing with people and you understand that, yes, he may be saying, yeah, I want to be your friend, but him being interested in me and investing that time and energy into me, and I'm like looking at it from one perspective. I know he likes me. I know he's attracted to me. I'm benefiting as a young woman. I'm benefiting from the relationship. I don't have to pay for certain things. I ain't got to do certain things. He's helping me with certain things. I have a person I can talk to, and whatever. Like I was benefiting from the friendship, but it was hurting a person. And so I would say, as a now I'm older. Yeah, I was being selfish. Kill fit. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. The show was called I Was Her, right? The show was called I Was Her. I was her. I'm saying it honestly to the men on here. Don't put yourself in that position. Because if a woman is just benefiting from you, there's no reason for her to cut that off. Why would she cut that off? What's the motivation to cut it off if she's just benefiting from your interaction? You know? And I was being honest, but I think he thought over time, eventually I would cave in and, yeah, sleep with him. Now, y'all, I didn't give him false hope now. I didn't give him false hope. I never said I wanted to be with him. I said he was going to be a friend. I always said that. That's how I saw him. But we continued our friendship. And I really shouldn't have been friends with him. I shouldn't have continued the friendship. I told him from the jump, though. But, at the end of the day, when you don't want to put yourself in that position, if that's not truly a position you want to play. Okay. So that's that. Plus, women love attention as well, y'all. Let's be very clear. If you are a guy, I'm getting low on the battery, Deb, so this is going to be my last question. Because I don't want the mic to mess up. I don't want none of that. But if you're a guy watching this is what I'm going to say to you. Women love attention. So, yes, they want you to be their friend because you might be the friend that's hyping them up, that's telling them they fine and good morning. Their phone is never dry because it's a bunch of dudes texting her, making her feel like she's something. That you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You want to be the dude that she's excited to hear from. You want to be the man that she has some excitement and something tingling within her because you reaching out to her. That's the kind of men that I want y'all to be. You're not going to get played to be somebody's attention, which is why I share the things that I share. Because I don't want those things for you. So the reality of it is that we have to, as men, decide that we're not gonna just give attention out because we are attracted to somebody. If they already telling us they're not, they just see us as a friend, they're interested in friendship, and you don't want to be their friend, you're not interested in that, don't do it. Don't do it. Because she only benefits while you don't. Yeah. All right. So, okay, guys, last question. Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having fun? Okay. Y'all, this is such a good question. Y'all gonna have to come back next time for this one because I don't think I have enough time for this. Oh, this is a good question. I might have to do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. And what is the difference for a man being controlling or being a leader? Woo! Oh, that's a good question. What's the difference between a man being controlling and being a leader? Oh, that's good. All right, you guys. I want to see some of y'all answers in the chat. Thank you, Aristot, for answering that. Thank you for asking that question and being bold enough to even say it was yours. Thank you so much, sir. And I hope it brought you value. What do y'all think? What's the difference between a man being a leader and being controlling? Y'all stay to the end. Come on, y'all. We got some good stuff today. This was a good episode. This is the most fun I've had. I love this. Controlling versus being a leader. Kevin, I know too much game. You're right about that, sir. I do. Too much. And somebody said, while we on the side, I just want to say thank you for somebody who said you actually really do look like it's not Photoshop. You right. Y'all, some people might not be coming on this YouTube platform because they don't look like they do without a filter. Just saying. I ain't gonna go no further. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm stop. Okay. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toe. Hold on. Controlling people dictate everything. Oh, Y'all, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, y'all. Of course, as Deb said, um, thank you for Andre and Andrea Love. Um, it's great show and topic. Lead by examples. Controllers lead. She'll she'll leave. Shout out from Cali, Columbia. Thank you guys. I'm sorry, y'all. My computer died, and I was afraid that the whole show would be crazy. So anyway, y'all, anyway, I apologize, you guys. Thank you for donating into the show. I appreciate you guys from Colombia. I love y'all. I hope that we said I want to end with the difference so that somebody is going to come back and say, and again, Andre and Andrea Love, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sewing into me. I appreciate you guys. Um, Controlling is when I have to manipulate variables to have control. I have to manipulate aspects of you to have control. So if I've got to put a curfew on you or do this, that, and the third, if I have to put different things or check your phone or I've heard of situations where men have literally inspected a woman's private parts every time she came home from work. Like I've known very, very crazy levels of controlling. Okay. So I say that to say that that's controlling. I'm manipulating a variable in order for me to make sure I have control over you. I'm manipulating money. I'm doing whatever I can. In that situation, she was living in there, it was a financial type of situation. She was living there, things like that. But he was checking her area to make sure she wasn't doing nothing. And so again, that's controlling. That's controlling. So I'm just that's not it. If I'm a leader, you have an energy of a leader. So I'm like a man, like I was just watching somebody talk about a date, perfect date for a woman. Is when a man call you up and say, hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 8. We're gonna have a really good time. I already made the reservations. Put on this dress. Make sure you look fly. That's your only responsibility. I got you. The car will be there to pick you up, or I'll be there to pick you up at whatever time. That's a leader. Or a man that's like, listen, you know what? Our family, we be best served in another state or whatever. I got to work. I got to lead. I got to do certain things. And so I need our family to move to this state, or I need for us to make certain decisions to do this. And a leader has an energy. A leader has an energy. Someone who's controlling has to manipulate variables in order for them to have ultimate control over that person. So I have more of a chips. I have but I don't know why that did that. I don't know why that did that. But again, that's what I'm saying. You can't that's part of the situation, y'all. We when it comes to person controlling certain variables, I think that you can be a leader, and I think you could be but I think a lot of times we don't we try to manipulate to gain control versus actually being a leader and commanding control. Because if I see a man, this is me. If there's a man that I come across and he's got his life together and he's walking right and he's talking right, I'm going to naturally submit because of how he leads his life. I'm gonna naturally follow his lead because I see what he got going on is working for him, and so I'm gonna follow his lead. He don't have to manipulate me to do that. And once he starts doing that, that can play into a lot of different things when it comes to the situation. Now, it could be a situation where you're saying to a woman, listen, I don't necessarily feel comfortable you going out to clubs or anything like that. Thank you, Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. I know a few guys that pop up at the girls' night out, send 50 texts daily, shed tears, still cheating on the side. And that's the whole point, Andre. It's manipulation. It's not from a genuine place. When I'm trying to control you, I'm trying to control variables. I don't want you to do certain things, say certain things, talk to certain people, post certain stuff. That's me trying to control who you are because it's operating out of fear. That's not operating out of security. So again, when you're doing all that, or even when a woman's doing all that, is I'm trying to pull certain strings in order for me to command a certain level of control. And that's a problem. So there is a difference between being a leader, meaning like I'm dominant, I have a plan, I have certain things going on, blah, 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 blah. I'm the one who's planning the events or the dates or this, that, and the third. That's one thing. But, doing certain things so that I ultimately try to control the outcome, that's different. That's different. And again, to Shane's point, it's operating from two different mindsets. If I'm controlling, I'm operating out of fear. If I'm a leader, I'm operating out of security. I'm secure with myself. I'm secure with what I can do. I'm secure with where I am going. I'm secure with who I am as a man and as a person. I'm operating out of security. It is in your best interest to play along with me. It is in your best interest to be in relationship with me and get along the ride, okay? Because your girl, I wrote in my thing today, run with me or run from me. I mean, it's, if you want to you want to be on a winning team, be on a winning team. But I'm not controlling you to do that. You have the ultimate autonomy to make whatever decision you want to make. I'm not manipulating variables to get you to do that. I'm operating from a place of security. Either you're with me or you're not. It's up to you. But if I'm operating out of fear, I'm controlling. And that's where the difference really comes in. What place are you operating from when you're operating from a controlling place versus a leadership place? Okay? All right. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to let you guys go. I thank you guys for being so patient with me. I want to know in the chat, in the comments, I want to know if you loved the show. I want to know if you liked I Was Her and bringing it to the YouTube platform. Please, I want to know all your comments. I want to know everything you thought. Please let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for your support, your donations, your super chats, the cash apps. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Have a good night.